Hello, you wonderful people. I hope you all are doing absolutely great. Welcome back to the channel once again. And in today's video, I will discuss with you all how to pursue Masters in Biomedical Engineering in the United States. What are the process? How do you select universities? How do you select the best course? What are the scholarship opportunities? I will be covering everything in detail. Before we dive into the video, just want to give you guys a heads up that I'm looking for a student intern. So if you are a first year, second year, third year student pursuing biomedical engineering, then I am offering an internship for 3 months and the stipend would be around 2000 rupees plus variable. So if you are someone who is looking forward to enhance your skills, learn and grow more, then this would be the right opportunity for you guys. If you want to apply for this internship opportunity, then link is there in the description. Go ahead and do apply. So without further ado, now let's dive into the video and let's see how you can pursue masters in the United States in biomedical engineering. So let's dive into the screen. Okay, sounds good. I hope you guys can see my screen. So I will be covering a lot of topics in this video. First, I will tell you guys how to find your perfect match, which course is best for you, which course is best as per your interest, and which university would be offering you the best course as per your interest. A lot of things covering on that. Then I will be talking about scholarship, different universities, what kind of scholarships, where you can apply and things like that. And finally, I will telling you guys some application tips which you can implement to get your profile shortlisted and to get higher chances of getting admitted to the university. Okay, so I will be breaking these topics into subtopics and I'll be covering the same. So first, finding your perfect match. So how do you find the perfect course for you? Okay, so first you understand the program strength, then you understand about the location, then you understand about the faculty, and then you understand about the scholarship. So this is the research which you do initially before you start applying to universities. And how to do the research is, first you have to find out the program strength. The program is always focused, the masters is always focused into two sides. The first side would be the research focused and the second side would be the industry focused. In research focused program, so it's a master's course which will be more aligned with research and development. So once you finish your masters, you will be working with top companies in research and development, in ideating new medical equipments, in doing research and publications and things like that. The second type of course or the second type of program focuses on industry oriented. It focuses on the industry. So once you finish that kind of master's program, you will work with top medical companies as a sales executive, as a sales development representative, as a biomedical engineer, as a calibration engineer, as a biomaterial engineer. So a lot of opportunities down there as well. So first you need to understand what is your interest. Do you want to be in the research field or do you want to be in the industry field, right? You want to do a proper job or do you want to do research? If you are someone who wants to do research, then you should look forward for research focused master's program. If you're someone who's looking for job opportunities after your masters, you should be looking for industry oriented master's program. Okay, so as per your interest, you decide which field you want to go to, or which industry, or which side you would want to focus on. I don't know if I'm telling it the right way, but basically what I'm trying to say here is understand what you want to do, and then as per your interest you figure out and go for finding the courses and the universities. So once you understand what kind of program you want to do, you also understand or you also finalize on the location where you want to do your masters. It's not just like I want to go to United States and I want to do my masters. No, if I want to go to US and if I want to pursue my masters, I want it to be New York. Why? Because New York is the best city in the US as per my knowledge, because the kind of opportunities there, the kind of people around there, the kind of universities they have, the kind of research scholars they have, the kind of professors they have, everything is top notch, right? And the city is a very fast paced city, and yeah, that's the culture, that's the surrounding I like. So when you plan to go to US, you decide which location you want to be in, which kind of city you want to be in, which kind of college you want to study in, which kind of people you want to surround yourself with, what is your lifestyle and things like that. Maybe New York is good for me, but you would want to study in San Francisco. Someone would want to study in Arizona. Someone would want to study in Colorado. Someone in Boston. Lot of opportunities. So also shortlist on the location where you want to pursue your masters, because towards the end See, if you are in Arizona, it basically the opportunities will not be there as much as you would find in New York. Okay, if you're planning to study in Boston, maybe Boston may have more opportunities than New York. So you have to figure out these things very seriously when it comes down to location, because after your masters you will be looking for job opportunities in these cities only, correct? So once you decide your location, you also do some research on faculty. Who are the research rock stars you want to learn from? So basically, my favorite researcher would be W. Mark Saltzman. He is a wonderful author, a researcher, I would say a scientist. So he usually teaches in Yale University. I don't know if you have heard about it. He has a lot of online courses as well. So if I would want to pursue masters in the US, I would go for Yale University just because, and like Mark Saltzman is teaching there. Why? Because he is one of the best authors who have published a book. It's like more like a handbook for the biomedical students. It's called Bridging Technology and Medicine. And again, wonderful book by Mark Saltzman. It teaches you everything from scratch. And I don't know, man, you just read that book and you will fall in love with this guy. So you should always do some research as to what kind of projects they are working on, what kind of research they are doing at the moment, because it will eventually help you when you're applying to these universities, when you're writing your cover letter, when you're writing SOP and things like that. So once you understand this, you also do some research on the scholarship opportunity. So once you finalize which program you want to do, industry or research, then you find out the location, then you do some research on the professors who are teaching there. Once you do these things, you also do some research on whether the university is offering scholarship based on merit or based on need. So there are two type of opportunities for scholarship. One is merit based and the other one will be need based. So merit based is for someone who is having, let's say, 9.5, 9.6, 8.5, 10 CGPA, and they have high chances of getting merit based scholarship. Not only your undergraduate degree, but here also your IELTS score, also your GRE score, and things like that also matter. TOEFL also is again a really wonderful exam you can write, so you don't have to write GRE. So based on all these exams, if you are scoring really well, you can expect to get in merit based scholarship. But if not, if you are from a middle class family, if you are from a lower middle class family, but you have a good amount of experience, you have done the hard work that is needed, your resume talks about yourself, then the chances are high that you will get need based universities. So some universities may offer merit based, some universities may offer need based, and some universities may offer both of the scholarships, right? And also you need to understand, do they have partnership with international organizations? So there are a lot of international organizations which provide scholarship to students to go and pursue masters internationally, right? So does the university allow those kind of scholarships and things like that? And see, one thing I want to tell you guys all about is, it's not about prestige. It's not about you going to Harvard. It's not about you going to Stanford. It's not about you going to any of the prestigious colleges, right? It's about finding a program. Now let's say if I want to pursue a program that is with respect to my interest, chances are there it may not be there in Harvard, but there will be a good university which is known for that specific program. So I would want to go to that university and pursue my masters. So it's not about the prestige, it's about finding the program that falls with respect to your interest. Okay. So now research focused. So now I'll quickly tell you which are the good universities with respect to the focus that you would have. So if you're looking for a research focused university, then MIT would be a good option. It is in Cambridge. It is a renowned university and their focus is really good towards the research side. And the programs that they offer is Masters of Science in Biological Engineering with several research areas. Now, it's not about you doing masters in biomedical engineering. Biomedical engineering has various scopes or specializations. So the course name here would be Masters of Science in Biological Engineering, but the specialization can be biomaterials, tissue engineering, medical devices, and things like that. The second university would be Stanford University, obviously located in Stanford, California, and it is another top ranked university for research purposes. And right, they offer Masters of Science in Bioengineering with a various specialization in biomechanics, computational biology, and biophotonics. The third university is University of California, which is in Berkeley, and this university is also offering a course towards the research side, and it is Masters of Science in Bioengineering with several research areas. Again, it includes biomaterial, cellular or tissue engineering, and also biomolecular engineering. So if you would ask me which program or which specialization you should go for, then I would always tell you guys to go for medical devices, tissue engineering, biomaterials, computational biology, or you can also go for biomechanics, because highly growing field, a lot of opportunities in the job side as well. And these three universities would be so I've done a lot of research, and these three universities are the best universities. So but the acceptance rate of these universities are really low, so you have to make sure that you standing out, you're making your resume really well and things like that. So these three universities for someone who is looking for a research focused master's program. Now coming to the industry oriented programs. So if you're someone who wants to do a job in a good biomedical company and you're looking to do a similar master's program, then the first university would be Georgia Institute of Technology. It is located in Atlanta, Georgia, and this university offers masters in biomedical engineering. It's like Masters of Science in Biomedical Engineering. And again, now here the specialization would be different. It would be biomanufacturing, it could be bioinformatics, because these are the job roles you would be getting into after you pursue this kind of course. You will be working with the manufacturers of the medical equipment, you will be working with the business decision making, wherein you will be using a lot of bioinformatics, data analytics, and things like that. The second university would be University of Southern California, which is in Los Angeles. Again, a wonderful university, offers Masters of Science in Biomedical Engineering with several specializations. So if you're someone who wants to get into biodesign, biomaterials, and medical imaging, this is the university you should go to. Specifically, if you're someone who's interested to design medical equipments, to do the UI UX of a medical device or things like that, then University of Southern California would be the best option for you. Wonderful course they're offering. And the third, and this is my favorite college, which is Carnegie Mellon University, which is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The best university if you are someone who is wanting to get into medical robotics, known for robotics. This university is known for robotics, and if you graduate from this university, it's like you will be earning in crores, right? The companies who hire from this university, they pay shit ton of money. Okay, so they also offer masters in science in biomedical engineering with various specialization in computational bioengineering, biomechanics, and tissue engineering. And trust me, this university is known for two special courses. One is computational bioengineering and the second one is biomechanics. Take a specialization, get into this university, and after that I would say that your life is sorted. You will earn shit ton of money, you'll work with the top biomedical companies and things like that. So I believe I have shortlisted three universities for you guys. If you are someone who wants to do research focused program, 3 universities. If you want to do industry oriented program, 3 universities. Okay. So now let's talk about additional factors to consider when choosing a university. Right. So if you are someone who wants to do industry oriented program, then you should always look at the size of the program, right? Because some programs there will be high acceptance rate, right? So smaller programs may offer more specialized or more personalized attention, while larger programs may have more resources and research opportunities. So always make sure that you are understanding the size of the program. Then the cost of attendance. So tuition fee and the entire fee structure would vary between universities. Obviously the fees you will be paying in MIT will not be same the fees that you will be paying in Stanford, right? It will vary completely, but be sure that you should always consider the cost of living. So maybe the cost of living is New York is very expensive, it's very high, but it may not be the same if you go to Arizona, right? So cost of living is less in Arizona, cost of living would be comparatively less in Boston than New York, cost of living would be less in Atlanta than Boston. So you always should consider cost of living as an important factor, because since you're going from India, you would not to burn a lot of money, or you would not want to burn your parents' money until unless you are from a rich background and your father's having a lot of money to spend. That shouldn't be a problem. But if you are really considerate of doing it by yourself, then cost of living is again an important factor. And then always you have to check for the application requirements. Some universities would look for your GPA, some universities would look for your GRE scores, some universities would look for your IELTS or TOEFL score. And so before you start applying, you make sure that you have these qualification exams and the marks in place. So after that, scholarship showdown. So here I will talk about scholarships in detail. So there are three type of scholarships. One is university funded, the other one is external scholarship, and the third one would be research assistantship. So to get this scholarship, there are three important factors that you should keep in mind. The first one is a really good statement of purpose, which is called the SOP. So you need to show your passion, you need to show your research skill, you need to show your future and vision, you need to show why you are going to US and pursuing this course, how you will impact your country, or why exactly you are planning to do this course, what motivates you to do this course, and things like that. So your SOP should talk everything about you, and it should basically like amaze the person who's reading it, right? So SOP is the first thing, which is very important, which eventually gets you the scholarship. The second one would be a strong recommendation letter. So you can highlight your academic achievements. You can always get referrals or recommendation from your HOD. You can always get it from your mentor. But if you ask me, I would not do that. I would always go and seek a referral from a research scholar from my university. I would always want it from someone. If I'm a working professional, I have worked for a year or two, I will always go to the CEO of the company, go to the co-founder of the company, and ask them to write me a recommendation letter, because that is more impactful than just going and asking your HOD to write a recommendation letter, right? So if you are in final year, if you are immediately planning to go for masters, you can always go to your HOD. I'm not telling it will not be the right person, but always ask a recommendation from a research scholar or from a PhD scholar in your school or in your college, because if you're going for a research based program, those recommendations will work more rather than the HOD of your department. Second point is a strong recommendation letter, which will eventually get you the scholarship. The third one will be acing the standardized test, getting good marks in GRE, getting good marks in IELTS, getting good marks in TOEFL, getting good marks in GMAT. Whatsoever exam you are giving, you should make sure that you are acing the exam. So all these things, if these three things are in place, you will obviously get high chances of getting a scholarship. Okay, now let's break down what is university funded, what is external, what is assistantship. So in university funded scholarship, you would basically get scholarship with respect to your need. If you are coming from a poor background, from a middle class background, you can always look and go forward for a need based scholarship. If not, if you have good marks, you have really good, as I said, the three factors, right? The exam marks in GRE, like the standardized test exam marks should be good, SOP is good, and also recommendation is good. Then you can always seek for the university merit based funded as well, merit based scholarship as well. Then external scholarship. So there are a lot of government agencies, private foundations, and specific organizations in India itself which helps students with scholarship to pursue their masters in the US. So you can Google about the same and you can apply for scholarships through those organizations as well. And finally, the research assistantship, which is what most of the international students do. They go to the US, they go to the college, and they do part-time teaching, part-time assistantship, and they get a tuition remission. Basically, whatever tuition fee you have paid, from that they will be giving you back some small amount of money as you work, depending on the hours you work, depending on the tasks you do, and things like that. So a merit based scholarship is awarded to students with outstanding academic achievements, and also who is having really good resume, really good portfolio, and also who have really good marks in the standardized exams. So examples, if you are someone looking for merit-based scholarship, University of California, MIT and Stanford University are currently offering these scholarships, and the name of the scholarships also is given. So for University of California, it's called the Chancellor's Fellowship for International Students, 100% scholarship you get. And MIT, again, Knight Scholarship. Here you also get 100% scholarship on the tuition fee, but also you get the living stipend. So since you will be living in the US, the university also offers you with the cost of living with some money which you utilize for living in the United States. Stanford University, again, Knight Schleinzer Fellowship. I don't know if I'm spelling it correct or pronouncing it correct. So here also you will be getting 100% tuition fee scholarship plus cost of living accommodation and living expenses as well. And if you are looking for a need-based, then this need-based is awarded to students demonstrating financial need and academic merit. So basically, if you are from a middle-class background, you're financially not that capable of pursuing masters in the US, but you really have good marks, then you can always apply for need-based universities or the need-based scholarship. Which university? Carnegie Mellon University. I think this is the university which provides with most of the need-based scholarship to students. It is not 100%, it's partial. It goes up to 70% scholarship on the tuition fee. Second one is Georgia Institute of Technology. It is called the Paul G. Hornley Scholarship. Again, half of the scholarship you will be getting here. And University of Southern California International Presidential Scholarship. Again, only partial tuition fee is redeemed. So when you go for need-based scholarships, 100% tuition fee is not waived off. It can be 50%, 60%, 70%, sometimes 45%, depending on your profile and depending on which university you are applying to and things like that. So then external scholarships. So these are basically Fulbright foreign student programs. So if you don't know in India which kind of organizations help you with this, the first one would be Fulbright Foreign Student Program. You can just Google about it. The second one will be National Science Foundation, and there are only two. First is Fulbright Foreign Student Program. The second one will be National Science Foundation. So it's basically called NSF Graduate Research Fellowship Program. Okay. So these two organizations, you can Google it and you can understand how the entire process work if you want to apply for scholarship through these external organizations or the government agencies. There are also private foundations wherein you can apply for scholarship. The first one will be the Gates Foundation by Bill Gates, obviously, and the second one will be the Rhodes Trust, and the third one will be the Henry Luce Foundation. So these three are really good when it comes to helping international students to pursue their masters or their PhD or their higher studies internationally. So you can, but these are private foundations. The chances, I would say the chances are maybe not, but in government side the chances are little on the higher side. Why less on the private foundations is because again there are a lot of external factors that comes into picture, influence, and what kind of networking you have, if you know someone in the foundation who can help you or who can recommend you internally and things like that. So, but still, if you want to go ahead, this is the opportunity for external scholarship through private organizations or foundations. External scholarship through specific organizations. Also, again, you can always go for organizations in your home country which might offer you scholarships for studying abroad based on academic excellence. Now here, it's not a government foundation, it's not a private foundation. Your state itself would have certain allowance or certain opportunities which will help you to, which will promote you to do your masters abroad and things like that. So you can always Google out. You can just Google, international scholarship by Karnataka government or by Maharashtra government. Just Google it and you will get to know more about it. Research assistantship, again, as I said, it is basically you're working along with your professors, and as you work they are helping you out with the stipend, and the stipend is not the amount that this college pays you, the fees that you have given to the college, from that fees they will be returning you some amount of money. Now, many universities offer research assistantship through their departments like bioengineering, biomedical engineering, and also the National Institutes of Health (NIH) offers research training programs for international students. So these are the two ways you can go about getting a research assistantship, and I will always recommend you to go through NIH, National Institutes of Health, because there it will always show in your resume as an external organization, right? And if you're only working in your same university where you are studying, then I would say that it will not create a lot of impact in your resume. So I will always recommend you to go through NIH. It is available in most of the universities in the US, so you can check the same in Google as well. Now, tips for a killer application. As I said, statement of purpose is very important. You're talking about your passion, why you're doing the course, why you want to do the course, what impact will you create after doing the course, how will you help your home country with your skill sets that you may be acquiring from the US, and things like that. Basically talking about your aspiration, your passion, and what impact you want to create in the industry. Second one, recommendation letter. If you're going for a research based program, always seek recommendation from your PhD scholars in your university, or from your HOD, or from your mentor. But if you're looking for an industry oriented program, if you're looking to work in corporate companies as a corporate employee, always go for recommendation letter from your existing company founders, co-founders, from your team leads, from your managers, and from your colleagues. Third one, standardized test, scoring good marks in IELTS, GRE, TOEFL, or whatsoever is the exam that you are supposed to give. Statement of purpose. Quickly I will cover you what you should talk about when it comes to statement of purpose. Showcase your passion for biomedical engineering, talk about your research interest, highlight your relevant skills, projects, experiences, talk about everything in detail. Don't make it short, make it as long as you can. Tailor your statement to each university, emphasizing on the specific strengths. So based on your course, your university will have certain strengths and weaknesses. Always focus on the strengths of the university. So the statement of purpose would vary from university to university. And demonstrate your future goals and how this program aligns with them. What are your future goals, why you're doing this course, and how this course will help you with respect to your future goals. Then let's talk about recommendation letter. As I said, request letters from professors familiar with your academic work or research potential. Provide them with your CV and statement of purpose to guide their writing, and also choose recommenders who can speak to unique strengths and qualifications. That's exactly where your team leads, managers, co-founders, colleagues will come into picture. And after that, standardized test. So meet the university's English proficiency requirement. To pursue masters in the US, you either need a TOEFL or IELTS score. But now recently there are a lot of universities in US who do not want you to have any standardized exams, right? So I'm not sure if you can pursue biomedical in those universities, because I have done some research and couldn't find any. And also, if you're taking GRE, you should always aim for a really competitive score. That means you should always think of aiming as high as you can, because that also eventually helps you to get the scholarship. And if you are planning to go next year in the month of September, then you should start researching on the scholarship and also researching on the exams and things like that right now. Okay. So application ninja moves, the last topic. I know the video is a little long, but I have to do it because you guys need to know it. So okay, so if you have researched and you have prepared well, you have crafted your application, now what? So first you have to meet the deadlines. It is very important for you to apply as soon as the university starts the admission. So because when you do that, the chances of your profile, your things getting viewed is higher compared to you applying after 4 months of the start date and things like that. So always make sure that your deadlines are in place. If you don't remember them, always put it on the Google Calendar, mention the reminders so that you know when the deadline is approaching and when you have to apply, when you have to submit things, and pretty much everything about that. Organize your documents, make sure your transcripts from your college, your recommendation letter, your essays, your SOP, everything is in place before you start applying to these universities, because when you apply for transcripts, it will take some days to get from your college. Recommendation letter, again, you have to be behind your faculties, professors, teachers, managers, team leaders. So a long process. Before you start applying, always make sure all the documents are in place. Double check everything. Typos are the biggest scholarship killers. If you are writing or if you are applying for a scholarship, your SOP, your recommendation letter, none of these things should have a single spelling mistake, right? So once you write it, rewrite it, recheck it, and then give it to someone for proofreading. And then the proofreading is done, there are no errors. That is when you can say that your documents are in place, and then you can start applying to the universities. So as I said, deadlines again very important. Mark it on Google Calendar. Track rolling admissions, because some universities have rolling admissions, right? Because rolling admissions basically means that the deadline has approached and they have extended the time again for some more admissions, right? But it is always good to apply as early as the university starts or opens the admission. And be aware of the time zone. You are in India, the EST time zones are very different. The time zone how it works in US is completely different. They have Eastern time, Central time, Mountain time, Pacific time. So if your university, now example, if I am in India right now, okay, it's like 6 p.m. in the evening. So in Eastern time in the US, so Eastern time are countries or cities like New York, New Jersey, and Massachusetts. So these are the states which follow Eastern time. So when it's 9, if it's 6 p.m. in India, in Eastern time in the US, it will be 8 a.m., right? In Central time, it will be 7 a.m. in the morning. In Pacific time, it will be 6 a.m. in the morning. And in Mountain time, it will be 5 a.m. in the morning. So as depending on the university which you are applying to, you should make sure that your time zone, you're very clear with the time zone, because you would think that, let's say hypothetically, your university is in Arizona, which falls in a different time zone. Okay, it is 3 hours, it is 4 hours behind the US time, the normal, the standard US time. So let's say your university said the deadline is at 9 a.m., right? And you are seeing that USA time is 9 a.m. right now, right? And you did all the work, and then you realize that Arizona is 4 hours behind, so the 9 a.m. would be after 4 hours. I applied already, so a lot of confusion. So keeping it clear, be aware of the time zone. International deadlines might be in your local time or the university's time, so basically double check. And a lot of applications get rejected because of these time confusions. Next thing, organize like a pro. Digital Ninja, create a dedicated folder for all your documentation, all your digital documents and things like that. Paper tigers, always make sure that you are having a file binder, you are keeping your transcripts, recommendation letter, important document, passport copy, everything, whatever is needed should be there in that binder file. Label everything clearly. If you are applying for 5 universities, you should have 5 file binders with the labeling on it. So one for Stanford University, one for California University, one for Massachusetts University, one for Carnegie Mellon University. So different folders for different universities with different SOP, different recommendation letters, and everything combined, keeping it precisely with respect to the university you are applying to. So label everything clearly and keep all the files separate for separate universities. So proofreading, again, as I said, the biggest reason why the profiles get rejected or eliminated is because grammatical errors. Make sure you are checking all these spellings. Make sure you are not putting everything that is not factual. Don't put anything that is a lie. Always make sure that you are putting factual information with the dates and the names appropriately mentioned. And then also you need to always cater to the formatting. Right, so you have to make sure that your documents adhere to the university's specific formatting guidelines. So a lot of things you can do for this. You can utilize online application portals effectively for this. You can save drafts, upload documents correctly, track application status and things like that. So different universities will have different online application portals through which you can apply to, and these portals are very flexible, which gives you the flexibility to edit, change, re-upload, upload the documents and things like that. And that's about it. So I know this video was a really long video, but I believe I have covered most of the things for you. And if at all you have any doubts, questions, queries, please feel free to put it in the comment section. And meanwhile, if you have any friends who are looking forward to pursue masters in biomedical engineering in the US, then I highly recommend you to share this video with them so that they can get the benefit and they can pursue masters in the best university in the US. So I'll see you in the next. Till then, stay safe, stay home. Let's learn and grow together. Signing off. It's your Biomed Bro.